Long ago, there was a land called Hyrule, created by beings of supreme divinity. At the very edge of this kingdom, there lay a small forest. Within it, an ancient solitary tree quietly watched over the inhabitants of the forest. These forest dwellers were called the Kokiri. Each had a fairy companion, and they lived out their innocent lives in these woods. However, there was one particular boy who did not have a fairy.
right, partner. You know what time it is.
Let's go crazy! Crazy!
Hello, welcome to another edition of the Game Fix Podcast.
I'm Mike.
That would make me Verlaine. Yeah, I get to be Verlaine today. Check out our website, gamefixshow.com, and join us live every Wednesday night on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. That's it. Like, subscribe, all that shit. Comment.
It doesn't sound like you're on a walkie-talkie all of a sudden.
Here, let's see.
I don't know. Anyway, well,
Breaker 9.
yes, while Verlaine figures that out, we will. There's a lot of other stuff that we need to get into as well. There's some layoffs that are happening in the industry and some talks about some layoffs. So we'll kind of dive into that. Also, I guess Summer Games Fest happened, whatever the hell that is. And no, I know what that is. And then there was a Nintendo Direct. So there's a lot to get to, which we will dive into all of it. Splash. And then apparently there's some news about Xbox. Going back.
More news?
What? What is that? I don't even know what's happening. All we got so far is just like a little teaser, right? We didn't really get anything, right? Did I miss
what?
No, the Xbox exclusives?
Yeah. It was a kind of.
Kind of? Okay, we'll get into it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then let's get into this. We'll do like we normally do, and then hopefully I remember to go to Mike's Retro Reboot. So that's really the show. Actually, that's pretty much the show in a nutshell. So we will do that. Our website, though, gamefixshow.com, is where you can find all of our stuff. You can find our social medias as well as our Patreon. So thank you to all the patrons out there. You guys keep us going, and we'll get some stuff out. So. But first, let's do like we always do and talk about what we've been gaming this week. Well, Mike, why don't you lead us off this week? What have you been gaming?
Well, starting off, I made an investment, and I bought myself a Switch 2.
Cool. Hey.
I've
just kidding.
I've had it for several days now.
Knowing you played the crap out of it so far, so
just mostly getting a feel for it, and I do enjoy it. Just like the original Switch, it'll probably occupy a good chunk of my game playing time. Porting everything over to the Switch 2 was a cinch. It was actually easier than converting information and data from Switch to Switch. So that's a breeze. The magnetic Joy-Cons, this is a considerable improvement over the other ones. And it was one of those like fears that everyone had about it. It's like, oh, what if they end up breaking? It's like, no, take it off. It comes right back on.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty snazzy. My cons about it are about what I had felt whenever I would sample it in like Target or Walmart. I still don't like the way the Joy-Cons feel. They are more tactile.
They're bigger.
Yeah, they're bigger and more tactile. I still don't like a real like dedicated analog stick. It still feels like that nub. That's just a little hardier. So I mostly just opted out to buying a Pro controller. I just got the Power A version, and I use that to play almost everything.
Okay.
And since getting it, I've mostly been playing a lot of Splatoon and Bayonetta 3. My wife and sister re-upped for their Nintendo Switch online accounts because we love playing Splatoon 3. We love doing the salmon runs. And that is still probably one of my favorite multiplayer games. They've added a few new maps, and they've also added a couple of changes in the last few patches. For Turf Wars, your opponents now have a visible health bar. That was something that was never in the other Splatoon games. So that actually makes some pretty interesting implications in the heat of battle. Because more often than not, you would just sort of gauge the power of your weapon to determine how much damage you're doing to them and how much ink they're covered in. But when everything's happening all at once, you don't really get much of a chance to like sit back and observe because they're probably attacking you as well. So you just fire until one, or in some instances, both of you just end up getting splatted. So it's interesting how much that actually changes the way I approach combat now.
Okay.
And of course, I also like running the salmon runs. That's the player versus environment mode. And they've buffed some of the enemies, and they buffed a lot of the RNG to it. So at various intervals during salmon run, it'll go dark, and it's not coming off the top of my head, but it'll mean that you'll be facing a like even more dire situation. So it's kind of like a code red, and stronger enemies will like be present, almost like mid bosses in a lot of ways. And these happen way more frequently. So Salmon Run has gotten a little harder. I've dropped a couple of ranks in my class. I used to be an overachiever. Now I'm back down to go-getter since the patch update. So suffice to say, the game's been kind of kicking my ass. Of course, like as I mentioned, I'm playing Bayonetta 3. I still like this game. I'm starting to feel some of the technical hiccups with it. So one of the things that they've added to it, and I may have talked about it before, was Bayonetta has the ability to summon demon slaves, which essentially you bring out a kaiju to fight larger enemies, and you'll hold down like LZ to summon them, and your standard attacks will work. But you also have to like mind your magic gauge and where you are, because enemies will still come after you. And it feels a little bit like the other game that Platinum Games worked on, Astral Chain, where you had like a companion bot with you, and the idea was to control two characters at once to fight. This was like a way to kind of make the combat diverse, because if you play Platinum Games, you pretty much get the feel for like a lot of them, whether it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers, Devastation, Nier Automata. They all kind of have a very similar feel. So with Bayonetta 3, I could see the attempts to try and evolve the combat, and plus they wanted to make it more overworld, but the technical limitations of the regular Switch, it feels a little held back. So it does have some hiccups to it, and it feels really strange.
Oh, there's something we can I let you borrow a game or something like that? I've been wanting to do that.
Yeah, I just discovered Game Share on it.
Okay, well, we should do that because I have a couple of games that you can play.
What you got?
Well, I mean, I have the new Donkey Kong. I have Mario Kart World. We can try to figure this out. I don't know. I just want to see how it works, really, and I don't know anyone else that has Switch too. So it might as well be you. So let's see what we can do, because that would be really cool.
All right. And let's see, what else have I been playing? I kind of got back into In Stars in Time, and I've been talking about this game a little bit on and off throughout the weeks. I don't know if I'm at the midway point in the game, because of course I'm fighting the king, and the main character is stuck in time loops. Well, things are different now, and I've now learned I believe the main character Sifrin is he can't tell if he's in control of the loops because I've beaten the game 8 times, or at least beaten the king. And every time he goes back, he's growing more and more insane. Well, he's at his wits' end now, and before looping back, the other characters started to notice that I'm the one freezing. So now it feels like they're on the other side, trying to figure out a way to break the cycle. But because he's caught in his own loop, they don't know how to communicate. So I'm I ended up playing this game until about 4 a.m. last night because I really want to see where this goes, and it's starting to disrupt my sleep a little bit because I am very curious about this.
Good game. It's
Uh,
good.
and I enjoy it. Like I feel like if anyone is a fan of Earthbound or Undertale or a Deltarune, and maybe with a little bit of The World Ends With You, I think you'll get really good enjoyment out of this. And the turn-based combat feels really good. Of course, at this point, because I'm looping and getting stronger, I'm now level 72, and my other party members are like level 48.
It's so funny. I was all in until you said turn based, and now I don't want anything to do with this game.
It's
sounds like fun.
really straightforward though. Like, and actually, it gets to a point where you don't even really have to fight, because like midway through the game, you're so strong, and the bosses that you beat will bring your characters up to not your level, but it'll get them strong enough so that they can survive, providing you teach them the skills needed to win. So really, combat is probably secondary, but it is intuitive in and of itself. So yeah, like this was another game that I'm really eager to beat for 2026, and I'm looking forward to finding out where this arc goes. It's got me dialed in.
Be honest, have you played Tetris 99 yet?
Not yet.
Oh, I'm actually surprised by that.
I actually want to get back into it because they've been holding events lately, and I kind of want to get back into Tetris 99.
That's cool. Nice. All right. Anything else, real quick?
That is mostly it.
I think a new console is a way to go. So, yeah. All right, Verlaine, you've been quiet. Well, let's go to you. What have you been playing this week?
Not too much, just the usual. I think I played a Helldivers with Jack. That's just Helldivers. I haven't played a lot of it because of everything else, so I'm still like low level, not very powerful. Did Dead Cells, Little James Bond. They did update Invincible Versus, and the only thing I've noticed is that now sudden deaths, like when the game started and you would do sudden death, which is when time runs out, it ends up the last two people fighting. No matter who's left over, the last two people fighting. And then, like, I don't know if one update erased this, but I just remember getting to that point, and then for some reason, all of my super meter would fill up and my life would fill up. And I don't know. No, it was like because it was sudden death. But it didn't happen to both fighters. I didn't really pay attention, and then it stopped happening. But this update, so then when you win, you could have one guy left. They could have the whole team, but you can win sudden death, and that's it. So they changed it, so it is all three. So sudden death is not all three, but whoever's left over is still there.
Let's test that theory this week. I downloaded it, so we should test that theory this week.
Oh, I mean, that it is the way that it is now. It really is like they updated it. Well, no, they updated it. So what happens is once time runs out, you both fall back, and then it's kind of starts around like you both run it. Like most times outside of the intro, when a new
you almost
fighter
want to
comes
make sure you change into the right character right before time ends.
Well, yeah, for sure. And then you come in, you do the hand clash thing. And then you start fighting again where you left off, however much strength and however much special, but it becomes sudden death. But this time, all the characters that were alive are still alive, so you don't lose your team. And if you die, whoever, you could switch characters. So it's a normal match now. So if you die, the other guy comes out. But if you die instead of, because the entire match, once somebody dies, whoever's left over and the new person from the team, they come in and do the fist clash, like, why you motherfucker, and then they clash, and then they start. Sudden death, it doesn't happen. You die, the other guy just jumps right in immediately, which is, I mean, compared to other fighters, that's what they do. But this just, from what was going on, and I can see it, it was like, if you were really good, I guess it would suck if you're good enough to keep your characters and then you lost to sudden death because one. But there is a mechanic that goes on during sudden death that I don't know about. I just haven't read up on it or whatever. But occasionally, if you take too long, one of the people's heads explodes. I don't know what the deal. I don't know what the deal is. Like, yeah, like one time, I even recorded one time, duplicate. It was sudden death, and she killed me. But then she did her. What happened? Yeah, she like did her taunt. Something happened. She did her taunt, and then her head just fucking exploded, and I won the match. I don't even know.
That's weird.
Anyways, yeah, that's good that you can play it, like, for sure.
I haven't gotten a chance. I mean, I played it when it was the demo or the beta or whatever. So
yeah.
So I have a little experience with it, but I need to get back into it.
At least play through the story. It's like, it's a good story. It's like an
totally.
original.
That's great. Yeah, I will
yeah, yeah. And then I started playing. I busted out my 3DS, and I've been like playing around with that. And I was playing the River City Tokyo Rumble game, and it's not too bad. Like, I like it. And I found out that the right trigger button actually makes, like, zooms in to the fight a little tighter. Because my issue was, like, it's small. And I can't even really see when the words come up for the story. Like, it's really small because it's on the top screen. But while you're fighting, you could push the trigger so it'll like zoom in like arcade style. So that was cool. And I'm still trying to understand what the game, like,
does it stay there
what
or
you do?
Does it click
it stays there as long as you click it again, and then you click it
so
again.
You to hold it.
Right. It's,
that's even better.
A toggle. Yeah. And then, but when you toggle out, it shows more of the map. And I don't get it because you'll sit there and, like, I think enemies will just keep fighting. Like, they'll just keep coming until you go, like, in a building or run off the side of the screen. Like, it's like multiple. I don't know. It's like, have you ever played it, Mike?
Yeah, it's like a mini open world of sorts.
Yeah, it's kind of open worldish, and I don't really fully understand everything.
Yeah, like if you play the River City Girls games, it's pretty much what like a Tokyo Rumble is built off.
I've only played, the closest thing I've played to this game, honestly, is Renegade and Dodgeball.
Yeah,
Super Dodgeball and Renegade.
Yeah, and you can feel those elements like baked into it.
Yeah.
So it is good, but it is in a lot of ways that, like, not terribly open ended, but it is like linear. You just have to find out where it is you're supposed to go to initiate the next the next thing. Which I guess even going back to River City Ransom, the Kunio games have always sort of done that. At least the beat 'em.
I played River City Ransom. I did play that game.
Yeah, and then there was like River City Zero, which was revived a couple of years ago. I bought that one, and it's kind of a similar fashion. It's got a good blend of story and action, but it was way too hard and probably way too old school. But a Tokyo Rumble feels like a pretty healthy. It feels like a pretty healthy balance of the two, but it is a tiny bit rough around the edges with like what you're supposed to do, because it doesn't direct you well. So.
Yeah. And then I also started, I guess I'll say seriously, like, I was a little more serious of playing Resident Evil Revelations. Whatever, it's Resident Evil right now, and, like, seriously, I played all the way through Resident Evil, played through Resident Evil 2, started Veronica, done. Like, I really didn't play. I played like Operation Raccoon City, but I really didn't play any of the other Resident Evils. So yeah, it's Resident Evil. It's a little different. It feels a little more like 4, right? Like 4 for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Resident Evil. It's okay for now. It's slow. I noticed that you have to use your little scanner thing to find items. You can't just like, you can, but there's some items you don't just like stumble across and the Y button comes up to grab it. Like, you have to pull out the scanner, scan the room, find it, scan it, then it activates it for you to be able to grab it.
Which was a weird addition that they made to it. But
yeah, and needless to say, I'm almost dead. Wherever my save is, I'm like almost dead. I can't find any fucking herbs. And it's dark. It's very hard to see sometimes. But that's Resident Evil.
Yep, I was gonna say that's really what that is.
Yeah, so that's it. It's all for me.
Okay. Well, for me, it's sort of short list. I played another round of Mouse PI Detective, so I'm chipping away at that. I'll probably get to the end of it. See some credits. It's kind of the goal, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I want to complete it. It'll just be a fun game to get through. And then I did jump into Jurassic World Evolution 3 because it's on Game Pass. So it's like, any other theme park game, but in this case, it's Jurassic World. So you're building a theme park and scientists and studying and doing all this stuff, and So yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say about it. I didn't get too deep into it. It's that sometimes those games are nice and easy, and I don't think when I'm playing the game, but at the same time, it's frustrating because I'm trying to figure out how to do things. But I guess once I figure it out, but really, what I did get into pretty heavily actually is 007 First Light. Yeah, so I'm very happy. Okay, it has been a little while. I mean, Mouse kind of brought me back a little bit, but no. I was in a video game rut. I am no longer in a video game rut. That's for sure. Now with 007. So I am getting into that. It's probably one of the best intros to a game I've ever played. Like Verlaine, you were kind of saying how like everything is kind of hidden, but everything is a tutorial.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's
like, you don't get any direction, but you kind of know what to do.
Well,
and just
you
by
do
doing
a little
it,
bit. You like it'll tell you
when she gets,
but then like that, but that's it. Like
you mean the montage? Yeah.
That so you kind of get that, and then I like him. I think he's going to be a great James Bond. I'm looking for. I like the story going from just like regular soldier and just being in the middle of nowhere, and like something about like his goal, that because he wanted to save these people, they said that you have less than 1% chance of surviving this, and not only does he survive it, but he saves everybody. So obviously they're looking at him like this guy might be the real deal without any training. Like he's got natural abilities. So I like how they did that. And then you go and you're like, oh, what is training to be James Bond? And it's like you're in Malta and you have like a really expensive car that you're using in like the middle of nowhere. But like, it's just so funny. Like the way they put it together, the way they made it like have that James Bond feel to it. Like it's all good. Like and then you get the meeting with M. She asks you to be a part of the program. I'm not really giving much away. I think you can kind of figure that out. And then what's the other one? Oh, you go and you see Q, and he shows you all of the.
I hate that you can only carry 2 with you though during missions.
Oh yeah.
But you did. Did you do the first? You did the first mission at the big party wherever that was, the mansion or.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at right now.
Okay, yeah. That's where you'll learn, like, that's where it's like very Hitman, where there's so much stuff you could do, eavesdrop whenever you can, because those are different ways to complete it. Like, Yeah, it's I still haven't gotten to one where you're doing a lot of killing yet. Actually, that might be the last main thing I've done. I think I've done like there's like some story talking and stuff like that, and then fucking around with the gadgets. You go train with something, but yeah, dude, that game's sweet.
Yeah, the room with all the gadgets is pretty awesome. Like that was like a feel good moment. Like especially because like I love James Bond movies, so just to kind of be there and like experiencing like all in the because you could like touch almost everything, and I think that's what they really that's a good idea. And obviously, when you're going through and you're testing out these different things, it's foreshadowing. Eventually, you're going to be using these things.
Yeah.
You know, I understand what's happening, but I love it. Yeah, totally. But it's like okay, but I'll use something and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to actually use that. Like, okay, cool, this is awesome. I do love the mechanism where you throw the gun at somebody.
Yeah, when it's out.
Does that happen in
Hitman?
Hitman?
No, I don't think you can. I don't think you throw the guns.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there another game where you can do that?
There's some games where you can throw a gun. I can't think of any of them.
Because that's a great addition.
Well, just everything. Like you can throw so much. Like you know that game Sifu.
Yeah.
How when you're fighting and then you're next to something, you can, and then
but not like a third person like that. Like this type of game. I don't think I've ever experienced that before.
No. I'm talking just throwing objects,
right?
Like in the middle of fights, like Sifu's third person. But like that's what I would do. I would start trying to get people. Like I would see the room and I would analyze it, and then I would just run, jump over a table, grab something, smash one dude in the head, and just attack the other guy.
It's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, I think the action sequences from what I've seen people do, it makes me think of if you made Super Hot like a full-fledged game.
That's interesting. Yeah, kind of. Except for you don't have to, you know.
Yeah, like you're not regulated to like completing the task, but the like environmental combat looks that level of like intuitive.
It's pretty good. I like how, and I also like how that like guns aren't first.
Yeah.
And I think that's very Bond, though. You know what I mean? Like guns are like the absolute last resort. Like, go in there, sneak around, do what you got to do. But I mean, hand-to-hand combat was awesome. Like, so the last time I had this much fun with like hand-to-hand combat was probably Batman.
Yeah.
Night. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is good. I'm excited. I can't wait to keep playing. Yes. Thank you, Verlaine, for letting me use your sure. No, but I'm going to play the shit out of that game for sure. 100%. I cannot wait. So, but okay. Let's jump into some stuff. Oh, wait. I almost did it. It's retro reboot time. All right, Mike, hit us with your retro reboot, and then we'll get into some.
This week's retro reboot, which you can read at gamefixshow.com. My weekly reviews are regularly posted on Tuesday, and this week, you like surfing? You like skateboarding? Well, then you're not going to like playing TNC Surf Designs Wood and Water Rage for the NES. I mean, okay, yeah, I dogged the game right out the gate, but it's another one of those ones that was in our house for as early as I can remember when we had an NES. And it's probably for its time a like mediocre skateboarding game. But you pick between two events. You can surf or you can skate, and the idea is to not fall. Well, I can kind of get a hang of the skateboarding, and I guess for its time, it probably wasn't too bad. It's certainly more intuitive than like Skate or Die. And I can get the hang of the tricks. I never really knew how to grind on purpose. It would just happen, and then I'd panic and hit a button, and then I'd just jump right off. The surfing, on the other hand, I could never do. My brother was a killer at it, and my cousins were really good at it. As soon as I pick up the controller, the best that I could figure is that you just got to rock the D-pad in a clockwise or counterclockwise motion to keep the wave from hitting you. And I can't do it. I'm 43 years old. I still can't do it. Like it's just one of those modes that I'll never get the hang of. So maybe it's out of spite that I think it's a bad game.
Yeah.
But it's one of those ones with the LJN label on it. And if you're a fan of the Angry Video Game Nerd, he spent years trashing LJN games. But this one was actually developed by Atlas, the same team responsible for the Shin Megami Tensei and Persona games. How does that work? Hell, some of the people that worked on this game are still working with Atlas today. So
that's pretty cool. That's a good fact.
You improve.
Yeah.
But I actually found out that like the story behind the game was actually pretty cool. Craig Kukihara founded Town and Country Surfs, which is like a Hawaiian sports and water based shop that I think spans the globe at this point. And I once I learned that, I thought that's a weird thing to get a Nintendo game as far as like cross branding. Like Chester Cheetah has games. Ronald McDonald has games. There's Yonoid. So it's like, all right, those are like mascots and everything. Surfing? Okay.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah, it's like really puzzling. But yeah, TNC Surf Designs, I feel like it's one of those games that every kid played in the 80s. You can check out my review at GameFixShow.com.
There you have it. There you have it. All right,
I
cool.
own that game.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I haven't played it again since I bought it. I made sure it works and I like did some skating. I mean, I'm nostalgic about it. But I mean, it's not. It's like a pretty shit game, but it is Nintendo.
Yeah.
It had cool graphics. There was a sequel,
which I learned about like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I'd like to track it down. I'm curious, but I don't know if I want to pay too much for it. So like there is an interesting charm factor with like the crap factor of like retro games of like, yeah, this sucks, but I'll like put it in and press a few buttons.
Well, I ended up like, so I collect like movie titles. Besides games that I had as a kid, I collect like movie title games.
Yeah.
And for the Nintendo and stuff, oh, I can't wait.
That one is good.
I still have it. You still owe me $50 for it.
I can't wait. No, I'm trading you a Ninja Turtle for it.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that works.
But anyways, so
that was a good trade.
what happens is that a lot of the movie games are LJN games. LJN made a lot of them. So with that, I've started also just collecting all the LJN games.
Oh, cool. All right.
Which led me to TNC Surf Design.
Totally.
Because I bought Back to the Future, Friday the 13th.
Oh, that game.
And TNC.
Nice. Yeah, I tried to track down Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's cost a lot everywhere I've looked for.
I don't know why, because that game it used to not, and it's just such a dumb piece of shit. Like that game.
Video gamer.
That's a game that I won't. Like I bought RoboCop 3 at the price that it is for Nintendo, knowing it's a shit game. I won't buy Nightmare on Elm Street on Nintendo at a high price. No fucking way. Like I love Nightmare on Elm Street, but like to me, no way. That's not worth it. RoboCop, worth it. Back to the Future, worth it.
Darkman, I'd like to track down because I've never played that one.
Not me either.
You gotta find it. Yeah, I gotta find it. All right. Well, then let's move on, shall we? And since we're talking about Nintendo, let's talk about the Nintendo Direct, shall we? All right. So, and actually, I gotta say, as far as Nintendo goes, not a bad showing. Not a bad showing at all. So, I was a little surprised, but not that surprised that they revealed The Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time remake. I know that was kind of been talked about for a while anyway. I don't know, people were kind of wanting it, but I don't know.
It was like their last one to do.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So that's cool. I get it. I don't think I've ever actually played it. Have you guys ever?
Probably. Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I was never a Zelda guy. Never a Zelda guy. So I don't know.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's not one of my favorite Zeldas, but it's a pretty good game. Like, I just have fundamental problems with it that would probably take me 30 minutes to actually explain what I think is wrong with it. But yeah, I put a lot of time into it, and I think what fascinates me about this is, contrary to the other ones, they're remaking it from the ground up.
Yeah.
So like the other ones, they kind of like tweaked and remastered. I'm curious to see what they do with like their current with their current engine that they've used with a couple of games, which I think it's fantastic.
Mhm.
So I'm intrigued to see where that goes and how far they're along with it. Now that did surprise me that they didn't show much. That game's coming out this year.
They
Yeah.
don't need to show anything.
So they'll probably do a thing where they'll like dedicate a direct to it, very much like they did with Star Fox. So, so yeah, it is fascinating that like the Switch 2 is now just the hub for remaking Nintendo 64 games.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think so. It's fine, but it's also like, again, remakes. Whatever. Just play the original. Shut up. Anyway.
So look, I was thinking about that.
What? The
And
remake?
like how I feel, how I feel about that same thing. Like, it's why not spend the money, the assets, just the effort in making a new game. But then I was like, well, the only logical thing that I can think of for constantly remaking games, and hear me out, it's like this, this only occurred to me because I actually, Ocarina of Time is the last Zelda game that I completed totally. It was the first 3D one, so I have a little bit of connection. I didn't want to. I didn't play any other ones because I was tired of it. Like Majora's Mask was the same fucking thing. I think it's about the stories, and I'm not even saying they're great stories, but like when it comes to remaking games and Nintendo, I think it's that if you were to re-release Ocarina of Time, people like Mike would buy it on the Switch too. If it was just ported over, because he was around for not Ocarina of Time, you said, but Majora's Mask, whatever the fuck, you get it. He was around for that. We were around for that. We may buy it and be like, hey, cool, we played it. Kids that are younger than us, like kids, will not enjoy it.
Yeah.
They might want the story, but they will not like the game.
But with saying the new look, better graphics, because that's what kids are. That's what's important.
Even the gameplay, if they were to make it play differently, because it was on the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, they're gonna update that.
They probably will.
So, but yeah, so they do that. But then I was like, all right, cool. Like, I get it. You're trying to think your stories are so fucking, But it's like, then it goes back. It's like, fuck. It's like, well, if that's the case, and if that's the whole business plan of Nintendo and Sony, well, why doesn't someone just be like, all right, well, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this game that they made. We're going to do whatever fucking, I don't know, Donkey Kong 64. But we're just going to do the story. So I'm going to take Ocarina of Time and I'm going to rip them off. Same story, different characters. Everything's going to be different, but it's the same story. That would almost be the same thing. But then you're going to appeal to the people who already played Ocarina of Time and don't want to play it again. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how Avatar is like Pocahontas, just re-fucking done. It's like that.
Yeah.
It's not wrong.
I think at least they're remaking it from the ground up. Which
Star Wars too, if you think about it.
Yeah, Star Wars and Harry Potter and shit.
All the same.
But like, if they're remaking it from the ground up, like, it fucking better be a completely different game. And that's what I'm thinking. Like, saying, hey, they didn't show anything and it's coming out this year. What if it's not really like, okay, maybe the graphics are and it's all like new graphics and shit, but like, what if it plays the same. If there should be new moves, new ways to do the moves. If it's remade from the ground up, the only thing that needs to stay intact is the fucking story. Right. Nothing else needs to stay intact. Your abilities, the way you level up, anything, nothing has to stay intact except for the story. So it's going to be a cop-out if you get something, you see him spinning around. We are already not even getting a voice. It sounds like the same special effects library from the last game. Link just moaning and
yeah.
It's
weird.
Yeah, I think they played that song in the Kakariko in the beginning. I think they did that just so that everyone that enjoyed Ocarina of Time back in '98, it's like the dog whistle. They hear that and they go, "Oh!"
I had that as a ringtone for a while, but still, that's the thing too. Like that whole trailer, right from those notes, the da-na-na, like everyone knows. Everyone knows, and then they showed something else, and everyone knows, but they kept making it like a big reveal. But we knew from the very moment the trailer started that it was Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
but they like kept going, and it's like, just tell it. They kept going.
That's what Nintendo.
We already know what it is.
Yeah,
but I mean, good.
Yeah, they did say that like another full-fledged Zelda was in the works, and they're going to veer from what Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild had established. So I'd like to see what they build from there. And I think that for the time being, what people have regarding Nintendo is like the consoles are selling. They're selling a lot they're selling a lot of units. It's like the fastest selling Nintendo console ever. But if there's anything that I've kind of noticed is that they're still waiting for that killer app. I think the remake of Ocarina of Time will probably push some people to want to buy more or like increase the attachment rate of the Switch 2. But like people were looking for that direct, and it's like Dave said, it was a good direct. It was like very good. Especially for like a lot of third-party games. There's like a lot of things that are coming to it that I think that people probably didn't expect. Like Onimusha Way of the Sword, that's going to be day one. That's fascinating. Lots of Capcom. Kingdom Hearts 4.
Kingdom Hearts 4. I was getting into that, but yeah, keep going.
And it's like there still wasn't like a whiff of the new Mario, which based off of the rumor stuff that I was looking at, they might hold off on that for maybe holiday of like next year. So I think that in the age of like remake-a-mania,
I mean you can't. Okay, yeah, you're putting out a remake of Ocarina of Time. You have what? You have Star Fox coming out.
Another remake.
Yeah, another remake. And whenever, what did they say when Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out?
That one's probably going to be 2027.
Okay,
maybe.
Right. Probably, yeah, whatever. Oh, and then just recently, like this is why you don't put out Mario right now, because they just recently announced Nintendo Switch Sports Resort.
Yep.
And I know that sounds. Yeah, I know that sounds like eye rolling. That I'm not related to almost eye rolling, but at the same time, like that was one of the best, most played game.
It's the kids, like
yeah,
I get it. It's truth. They're selling. It's the kids. Like
I'm kind of excited about that too.
The only reason like Wii Sports and all that shit was as popular, it's because it's the kids. The parents would just be like, "Here, kids, you can play. It's something you can play." The Nintendo Switch 2 costs as much as an Xbox, but it's safer. Here you go. We already know that the games are for fucking children. So that's why they're going to keep selling more. That's why they're always going to fucking sell, because kids keep being born. Adults keep dying. So,
what the hell, dude?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong, I guess, in this case.
Yeah.
Weird, dude. You're a weird dude. Yeah, we love you.
Also, the funny thing with that though is Wii Sports and those adventures, those games are actually big hits in nursing homes.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Totally.
And they are like wacky family get togethery things. So like I
Yeah,
mean people
exactly.
would like roll their eyes at them. But yeah, those games sell like hotcakes.
Totally. So
Yeah.
and that's available in October this year. So like I said, that's why you don't need to release Mario. You're gonna, if you release Mario, all of those games that are coming out will just kind of get lost in the shuffle. So you have to let those breathe a little bit. So I think that's actually a smart idea to let that, because Mario can wait. It's true.
Yeah.
I've been waiting a long time.
Oh, I'm sure you have been. But like as far as the, people that play Mario, yeah, we'll get to it. It's all good. It's all good.
It's like Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem's coming out in September, adding more to that giant September list. And
Yeah, totally.
so,
I mean, I don't know. Other than that, there's finally getting a DLC for Donkey Kong Bonanza, and then a DLC for Pokopia. Is that how you say that?
Pokopia.
Pokopia, Pokemon Pokopia. Yeah. So I mean, that's like kind of whatever, but I mean, other than that, other games that I see that are coming out, and I know, Mike, you play Personas, right? Don't you play Personas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Persona 6. They just announced Persona 6.
Yeah, that's going to be fascinating. Persona 5, I didn't like as much as the older Persona games, but as far as an RPG goes, it's still very good. It's got that Shin Megami Tensei formula in it. And like Splatoon Raiders, that's about a month and a half away. That comes out in July.
Okay.
And also they just kind of sneak through a new Xenoblade game in there, which I mean I've always liked the Xenoblade series, so that's going to be pretty cool. I was a little sad that they didn't show more of Duskbloods, which is the From Software game. They revealed that last year during a direct, and we just sort of saw like still shots, and we waited a year, and they kind of gave us more still shots. So,
what they do, man. That's what they do.
Okay.
There is a tidbit, actually, Verlaine. You kind of brought this to our attention. As far as the Wolverine goes, the Wolverine universe. So the Wolverine universe is apparently doesn't involve the X-Men, even though Jean Grey is in this last trailer.
Yeah.
This is like,
it's just a new universe.
The Wolverine game doesn't discuss what?
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
So I get it, like because they're making their own universe. Like Spider-Man, it has their own universe.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man game is its own universe. So I mean, maybe that's it. And technically, they don't have the rights to all the X-Men. So maybe they couldn't get the rights to the X-Men. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of it wouldn't be as weird if Jean Grey wasn't in it.
I know. That's what I was like confused about. Like, wait a minute.
Like I can digest that news, but you've now confused people.
I mean, she's just another mutant. I guess it doesn't really matter.
It very much puts me in the mind of before the Disney Fox merger, when they had Wanda and Quicksilver in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we can't use the term metahuman. We don't. No, wait. I think they called them metahumans, but didn't call them mutants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They weren't allowed to use mutants.
Yeah, and that's sort of what this puts me in the mind of. To which I think, like, why lay those seeds if it's something that you may not be guaranteed to deliver on, or unless we're going with the idea that this is just a pre-universe X-Men, or they're just, or these characters are just in their own isolated stories with like a unique twist on it. That doesn't interest me though.
But that's what Verlaine was saying. That's like the same as Spider-Man. He's in his
Yeah.
own. I guess Venom's in it. Like his core villains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
but excuse me, like Wolverine, all the villains of Wolverine are like X-Men related, right? Aren't they all?
like in the comics, but
yeah.
like, he's only named. Well, I mean, I guess it's not really, but I don't know. I don't know.
The suit he's wearing,
Yeah,
is like X-Men. Like that's what the suit he wore with X-Men. I feel like why would he have that suit?
If it's a different reality and it's like a different timeline.
Why would he have that suit then?
Mm-hmm. Why would he be called Wolverine?
Yeah, he should be Weapon X. Like,
technically, he was Wolverine before he was an X-Men, so I get that much because he can.
The Wolverine.
Maybe not like of that stature, but he was still like called that. Like even in the movies, he had like the dog tags that said it. So. And that was before X-Men.
So what do you think about the fact that it's like a linear game now?
That what?
That it's linear and not like open world Spider-Man-ish.
I don't know. It's fine. Whatever. It's a video game. I don't want to get too far into the minutia of it all, but it's an interesting twist, and I want to see where this goes. But like if I swear, like if at the end I see like Professor X, I'm gonna be like, hold on a second. It's fucking happen, right?
They're gonna do that too.
Maybe. Maybe they can't. Maybe you'll see Deadpool instead, and they'll treat it just Wolverine as
Charles.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. I just saw something today going around that shows a picture of Wolverine and under it a picture of Rise, Son of Rome, and they're like, these games both look equally as good.
Yeah,
like the graphics in Rise, because a lot of people have never even played Rise, Son of Rome. It was a launch Xbox One game. Fucking still, dude. I think I'm gonna install it again and play it.
Now that you're talking about it,
I've finished that game quite a few times.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure it's going to be a fucking awesome game. And James Bond is pretty fucking linear. I mean, even though it's some of the levels aren't, a lot of it is. I'm not against linear.
And
I don't need to wander around everywhere all the time.
I've always been under the impression that James Bond was a code name and not really somebody's name.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know.
Bond.
He's whatever.
Yeah, the code is the 00.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually never knew. I never knew that James Bond was probably just like a placeholder name.
Plus, if you think about it, James Bond is the worst secret agent ever because everybody knows about him.
His name and stuff.
Well,
he does tell everybody.
It's his own name. It's not exciting.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the reasons why growing up, I was probably more attached to the Mission Impossible TV show with like Peter Graves.
Never want that, but the movie I liked because he would use suits and
but yeah, that's it. So like here's like this. I actually don't remember. I had to look into it. I don't remember if the Gambit movie was supposed to be separated from the X-Men or not.
Gambit movie.
The one that was in development hell for like
never made. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
But
they pulled it in the Deadpool world, so it's fine.
But like, yeah, I don't think that they're probably playing with fire with this. People will probably play through it. They'll just say, well, they'll probably do like something else. They'll probably have fun with it. It kind of tells me that I should break out Adamantium Rage on the Sega Genesis and see if I actually like that game.
Dude, so watching the trailer for Wolverine though, it 100% gave me. So first of all, I'm not sure is Adamantium Rage or if it's Wolverine. Oh, wait, what is it? Hold on 1 second.
Okay. I think he's looking for a game. That's
What if it's the Wolverine NES game?
Wolverine's Revenge.
Oh, Revenge. Okay.
I
Is that the second one or something?
I don't know. So one of them, I think it might have been the one Mike's talking about, but one of them this game reminded me of it. It's the one where like there's moves where you can like you're kind of stealthy, like you'll be against the wall in a facility, and once somebody comes by you stab them and like pull them in and fucking like it was violent. Yeah. That's Adamantium Rage.
Not necessarily that. Like the Adamantium Rage I'm talking about was like a side-scrolling action one, but that one is that one. I've got it somewhere on my shelf too. My nephew played it a lot, and yeah, that one did kind of. It wasn't like full-blown action. Like you couldn't like barrage through it the way that you think you could. It was actually kind of hard.
This might be. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. I meant to play it. I just bought this game, and it might be this game then that I was thinking. There was a Wolverine game that like was fucking sweet.
Yeah, and then there was another one based off of not Logan, but like the Wolverine Origins.
I never played that one.
Yeah,
that one actually looked kind of cool.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to try that one out either.
Okay.
The end.
Maybe a future retro reboot. It sounds like that's what I'm talking about.
Potentially.
Yeah, as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm still excited about the game. I'm ready for it. Let's go. Let's do this. Anytime you want. Another game that I think Verlaine is probably excited about is they announced Alien Isolation 2.
No, I'm not.
You're not excited about that. Okay.
No.
I wasn't sure if it was like
Fireteam Elite 2, which is also announced.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, it's 4-player.
That was announced before. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Not to be fair, Alien.
Well, they announced both.
Yeah.
They announced Isolation first, and I was pissed that it wasn't fucking Fireteam Elite, and then they announced Fireteam Elite.
Well, there, see, it's like it's like a la carte in the lunch line. Like there's that one. I don't like that one. There's the other one.
I am glad they did that. Which is crazy.
It's fascinating that they're essentially going to take Alien Isolation 2 and almost make it a Predator game. Because you're going to be in the jungle rather than stuck on the on the space station. So that could be interesting implications. Because if there was one knock that I did have against regular Alien Isolation is that you spent more time battling the Joes than you did running from the Xenomorph.
Mm-hmm. I don't care what they do the sequel. I can't do these types of games. Aren't my thing. Like they're like horror games. It's not even I'm not even scared. It's that I just don't. That's exactly the opposite of how I naturally would react. Like if I'm in an area, and if it was like Outlast or anything, I'm in a house, they kidnap me, and I'm trying to escape. I'm not going to run and hide. At some point when I know that there's something out there trying to kill me, I'm just going to go for it, man. I'm just going to try to kill it because back into a corner, then you attack. That's how I am. So when, Alien Isolation, I always say it. You get a gun and I'm like, fuck yes. And I get my gun and I see the alien and I'm like, it's not letting me fucking kill him. What the fuck? You couldn't shoot anyone, at least when I was starting out. So like, I can't do a game of just hiding unless it's a mixture.
Yeah, you're not the only person that has that opinion though, because in the time when Alien Isolation, like the first one came out, it was almost like a bit of a revival of survival horror, but then there was like a lot of them in that time. They had the Dead Space remake, which I think people liked. Then there was like Callisto Protocol, which I thought it sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
That game was pretty whack.
The art was way better than the actual game.
It really was, and that's what pulled me in. But
the art of that game made me want to play it. I was like, "Ooh, okay, let's see what this is about." And I'm like, "No,
it's so boring.
I don't want to play this game anymore."
Like, there's a difference between methodical and then just this game was made out of Ambien. Like, it was one of the sleepiest games I think I'd ever played.
It's really funny.
Yeah, I just can't. I don't know. This game to me I love Aliens, and when this game first came out, Isolation, I was on board because it was canon to the fucking movies. But I can't even bring myself to play the game to get the story of her. But then when you think about it, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Like, she never meets her mom. She never gets back with her mom. So her journey is her journey is pointless. And they ruined the entire, like, anyone making this game should know Aliens. Like, they've done too much action with Aliens for Aliens to be fucking scary anymore. Like, it's just, they're fucking, I don't know. It's just, that's, and I think that's what, people that, a lot of the bitching for this game is also fueled by the fact that it's like, why don't you make this story like a different game type? Alien Colonial Marines canon story fits in. Like, I played that game multiple times through the campaign all the way through. Like, the story's great. Like, it's just, and I would not have, if it was this kind of game, I wouldn't have fucking went through it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's what it is. Fireteam Elite, that's the way to go. Fireteam Elite story is fucking sweet.
Fair enough. Okay. Another game I saw that I have the trailer here, so we'll let's add it here. I don't know. Is anyone that excited? It's nostalgia, but
no,
it's Crazy Taxi. Of course, they use.
It's cool to hear the Offspring again.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how this one is like reinvented for modern times, because original.
Go ahead.
Like, original Crazy Taxi was made to be like a quick thrill ride. You pop in your quarters, you got like 90 seconds to like accomplish things, and it's an adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how they try to maintain that, because it looks like it's the same game, for better or worse.
I don't know, man. This is a stupid idea.
Well, like,
taxis don't exist anymore.
Yeah, and the problem. Yeah, that's a good point too. And the problem with it is GTA.
Yeah,
like
the driving. It's
like the shit that you can do in Grand Theft Auto that you can't do in Crazy.
Yeah, you can do taxi missions in Grand Theft Auto, but like this
whole
whole
not just that, just the driving, the adrenaline, that whole like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why you can even make a game like this anymore because of GTA.
Yeah, that's that's just culturally tone deaf.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah,
you can't. You have taxis, which there's a whole generation that doesn't know what the fucking what a taxi is. The way that it plays is like arcade style driving. Nobody wants that shit anymore. And people need reality now. Like, they need reality. So when you see a taxi cab just fucking zooming around like a fireball for no reason, it's kind of like that. That is something that I don't even know who the fuck would buy that. It doesn't fit. Like, it's so limited of a game. You're just doing fetch mission. Like, kids aren't gonna buy this game. They're not gonna fucking play it. Like, there's no progression to a game like this. Like, what's the point? You're just picking people. Like, whatever the activities they have on there, bad idea. It was just a stupid idea.
Getting them ready for a life of Uber Eats there, Verlaine.
Fucking so stupid. They should remake, like, what's that one, Lucky and whatever, that driving game where one person drove and the other person was the gunner? It was an arcade game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was sweet. Making games like that.
Yeah. Like, modern Sega's weird. They can have something like Virtua Fighter Crossroads, which looks like the breath of fresh air the franchise needed, and then they drop this.
Yeah.
It's like, are you guys talking to each other?
They're dicks.
Moving. It's a nostalgia blast, but yeah.
Okay. Other than that, I'll just mention this because this is just one of those things that just happen in the video game world at this point. Ubisoft is going to shut down a further 2 studios as a result of continued cost-cutting measures. Development office located in Winnipeg and Belgrade, which is the Serbian capital. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that was their fucking mistake. Maybe that's part of their mistake. Hey, let's have a headquarters. Where? Serbia.
Well, people live in Serbia. So.
Yeah, who wants to move to Serbia? How many fucking game developers are you going to pull out of Serbia?
Well, none now. None anymore.
None. Like, how fruitful was that fucking endeavor?
I guess unless you're a fan of the Metro series.
Well,
that's
yeah. One.
There's one, right?
Yeah, there's one.
Dude, nobody even wants to fucking buy them. Like,
because they're not worth anything anymore. And like, because the dollar they want is like ridiculous. So it's like, what? There's nothing on the bone there.
No, like it's broken record, but it's like Ubisoft, they don't have a good idea of where to like place their value and their development costs and who they're marketing to. I felt like I've said it on this show for a million years. They're still their mentality is still stuck in 2011. Like Assassin's Creed was on fire and Ubisoft kind of ruled the planet for a little while. And then the gaming culture shifted and they didn't evolve with it. So now they have to try to buy you into playing things like Skull and Bones. And it's not working anymore. They won't evolve. Yeah, they'll drag Rayman out every now and then and hope that you remember him and you'll buy into that. But that's a short-term solution. They should probably try and like place more emphasis on more medium-sized ideas. That's what Konami did back when they didn't really have that much of a director's vision. They were getting out of Pachi slot and like pachinko machines. And they opted for a couple of years to just do like small scale indie style games like Skeletag and Getsu Fumidan Undying Moon. And then all of a sudden they come out of nowhere with Silent Hill and Metal Gear remakes. And then what happens? Konami's back.
Yeah.
It took a couple of years and they're back. Capcom has been in the doldrums several times. Now they make some of the hottest games on the planet. And here's Ubisoft. Oh, what are we going to do? All right. In order to make money, you're fired. Go jump out a window.
No, here's what they need to do. Finish a goddamn game.
Yeah.
Let's start there. Like you're not gonna do anything further by just cutting games left and right here. So I don't know. And then furthermore, go ahead.
No, you.
No. If you're gonna have something about Ubisoft, I was moving on.
Oh yeah. So I think honestly, what happened? I'm using my powers here. All right. This is what happened at Ubisoft. This is exactly what happened. So, someone at Ubisoft, had this epiphany, kind of like we already know. It's like, okay, who's number one in gaming, or who's like the most popular? Well, it's got to be Nintendo. You could say Sony, whatever. They sell the most console, but it's Nintendo. Nintendo fucking, they've been around. They're putting out these games that kids like, blah, blah, blah. And they're dominating with just what they have. And then they're like, oh, yeah. Like, so what we should do is, and I'm fucking dead serious. They're like, I'm a genius. So what we're going to do is we're pretty much going to imitate their gaming target. We're going to make games that are friendly and blah, 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 no blood, pretty fucking mundane, so that other people that don't have Nintendos can actually experience it. Hence them never fucking evolving and not growing up. Hence them just sticking with gay ass shit that's just nobody likes. There you go.
Okay,
there you go. Like I think that is what that's got to be the only logical reason why they are who and what they are, why nobody wants to buy them.
Yeah.
Yet why there are struggling developers and people that want to make games out there, yet this company is here just existing still making money, making all the wrong decisions and putting out garbage, yet other people who deserve that aren't. I think that it's just that, and especially because they're the only company that was allowed to use Nintendo. Think about that.
That's true.
To use Mario. That is what's killing them. And they are probably still like, I wonder what the fuck? Nintendo's doing it still. Why can't we?
Because Nintendo is Nintendo.
Yeah,
and
they have
forever. Yeah.
Ubisoft, if they want to even try to save themselves, I think their only saving grace, besides just someone buying them, is to just create an exclusive fucking console and make Assassin's Creed exclusive and see what the fuck happens. Probably nothing, but I mean, that's the only thing you can do now. Like, there is zero hope. Like, they should have sold the rights to Assassin's Creed, like the exclusivity rights to that, a long time ago. Because it just got, like, being third party and how many they have iterations of the game. And because they put it on every console, there's so many different, like, Black Flags and different, like, stupid little fucking ports. It's just totally, like, the only thing I like is the VR one. I'll never touch another Assassin's Creed game because there's nothing else it could possibly do.
Yeah.
Nothing. They're not even staying historically correct. So there's zero reason to fucking, like, play any of the games.
That and
like at first I thought
that and they're running out of eras.
Yeah. It's like I don't know, man.
It's kind of like Far Cry. Like Far Cry was great, but they ran it into the ground.
Yeah, it's like where do we go next? You know, it's always like weird, and I was like, oh, let's make it weirder. Let's put Danny Trejo in it. No, don't get me wrong, I love Danny Trejo. It's like, yeah, it's weird shit like that. But on top of that, speaking of layoffs, Xbox reports that they have outlined a plan to reset the business amidst reports of significant layoffs and budget cuts. Now, okay, you say what you want about the new CEO, Asha Sharma. The level of transparency that she's conveying is probably, and I say probably better for like moving forward as far as video games go. But it's a big but. If you're an employee of Xbox, it should scare the shit out of you. You know what I mean? Because there hasn't been layoffs yet. There hasn't been budget cuts, but she says it's coming.
And this is coming off of several years where they've already fired a ton of people.
Right. So, and I get it. When the last regime, when they upped the prices for Game Pass, they lost like, so what was the report? It was like 400 million, or what was the 40 million or something like that.
It was, I think it was like somewhere close to like 430 million. I don't mind being corrected on those numbers if that's off. They didn't drop any official numbers on like the drop of like Game Pass subscribers. But that and attaching Call of Duty to Game Pass cost them like over $100 million in copies. Which is
why they're letting that go.
Yeah. So it was like that goes to show. And I used to speak relatively highly about Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond, but it comes to term. They were like Eric Bischoff with the NWO. He had one good idea with Game Pass and nothing else.
Yeah.
They all have one.
They all got one.
They have one idea.
And that's why
hopefully we haven't seen hers yet, or else we're fucked, right?
Yeah.
Well, not really, but
no. I mean, if she's the type of CEO that just tells you up front what's going on, it might be better, and it might be more of a long-term thing if you do it that way. But like at the same time, again, you're gonna scare a lot of talent away.
She's gonna bring AI into it.
She says she's not.
She says she's not, but CEOs change their mind all the time when they see the bottom line.
Like she's already kind of halfway walked back some things that she talked about. Because it's one thing to be pretty like forthright. You're saying things that people who are invested in the Xbox ecosystem or left would want to hear.
Right.
But Xbox has to reestablish itself as like a healthy infrastructure in order to do that. And yeah, I don't like the mass firings. I really hate that. But in some instances, consolidation, at the very least, cleanses whatever idea you want to try and put forward. And I think that when they bought Activision Blizzard, that really screwed up whatever it is that they were supposed to be doing. So they want to try to jump back into exclusives because they feel that that would make the Xbox brand profitable or at the very least desirable. That language was kind of tossed around, and in like a recent interview, she said it may be a case by case basis going forward. So like Gears of War E-Day and Clockwork Revolution, those are going to be series exclusives.
Yeah.
But games like Fable and the new Senua, those are coming to PS5 in 2027. Right.
Yeah. So the return of exclusives. Okay. Fine.
But I mean, it's not. But here's the thing: like, it's not her fucking idea. She is being reactive. PlayStation a couple weeks ago just said we're tired of sharing our shit. We are gonna fucking keep our exclusives. We're not even gonna let PC players play them anymore. Remember? So of course she's gonna come out and say exclusives. Look, I have nothing against her. I have to play the opposite of. I have to be fair. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And she can be as transparent as you want, but you also have to remember she is speaking to investors. Investors don't give a shit. Like, personally, I don't care about mass firings. There's reasons they happen, jobs there, whatever. Investors want to hear stuff like that. Yeah. So to us, you're like, yeah, it's going to scare people that work there. But there's also a chance that like it's not really like that and their jobs are safe and they have something going on. Either way, like, I'm waiting for her one thing because you're right, Mike. Spencer had Game Pass. Major Nelson had achievements. So she might have something. Either way, I'm still waiting because like everything that I'm seeing right now is reactive. When
it's lip service.
I'm pretty much. I think that a lot of people could agree that Xbox is in a pretty good place right now, especially because PlayStation seems to just be like fucking themselves over and Nintendo's Nintendo. We already know that Microsoft is bigger than Nintendo. So, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't really need to do much right now, yet they keep responding to other people's decisions when they don't need to. They could do like they used to. Like there was a time where Xbox didn't give a shit. We're Xbox, like what? Let them do what they do. Let them do what they do. We're gonna do what we do. If you don't want to be with us, fine. They didn't give a fuck. You know, like it's not always good, but like that's how it is. You know, people are gonna stay with Nintendo. Fanboys of Sony are gonna stay with that until they do something stupid, and they are the ones that have the biggest opportunity to do something stupid right now. Xbox doesn't. Nintendo doesn't. It's Sony. Sony is the one whose consoles. You remember the shit I told you about my console overheating? Dude, so many problems now are coming up with fucking PlayStation 5s. I saw a video of some dude like couldn't get a PlayStation 5 to work. Like, I don't know. He was new PlayStation 5. It wasn't reading the HDMI cable for some fucking reason. And then he busted out an Xbox 360. Turns it on. He's like, all right, Xbox 360 works. He's like, all right, well, the problem was the HDMI cord. So then he unplugs the HDMI cord from the TV, wraps it around the Xbox, lifts the Xbox, holds the cord, lets go of the Xbox, lets it slam into the fucking ground, pulls it up, plugs it back in, still fucking works. Fuck. Wow. So it's like, it's those things. Like, I think people they're just getting wise. And PlayStation knows it. Because they're taking away exclusives from fucking the PC, which fine. They have games that are exclusive, but I don't know, man. I still like, outside of Wolverine, there's nothing. Wolverine and Helldivers is all that in this life cycle I've seen from them that I've actually really wanted.
Yeah, and then Helldivers is old though. You know what I mean?
Like, Helldivers is old.
It's like you almost can't even put Helldivers there anymore.
Right.
Like,
So,
it's fine.
I mean,
People still play it, sure, but it's not like top mind for anyone. So I don't know.
So yeah, I think Sony should definitely stay with exclusives. But dude, imagine, okay, if you looked at Sony's games that they came out with exclusive, and then Xbox's games that they came out with that if they wanted to make exclusive would be exclusive, who would really win? Xbox, and it's already been proven through Xbox's history, has had more exclusives than PlayStation. Xbox 360 has had more exclusives, like from, you know what I'm saying, like going up.
Yeah.
Even if it's dumb little fucking independent games, they count.
Yeah, by Xbox One, they didn't really try that, or rather, the exclusives that they had, I don't think they marketed properly, because I felt games like Recore and Crimson Dragon were better than the public reception.
Oh, Crimson Dragon, they should have fucking they should have promoted the shit out of that game. That was so cool.
Yeah, and that's another one that's like a spiritual successor to Panzer Dragoon, which people like claim to love, but then you make the spiritual successor and they don't gravitate towards it. Yeah, PlayStation, right? Yeah, PlayStation right now, their mission statement is we've got to go back to exclusives, because they tried dabbling in a live service and it goes belly up every time that they went for it. Their problem now is you can't make those big humdinger exclusives like every year. Like, you'll probably get one a year. And for like the remainder of this year, they kind of did lower numbers. So they're actually relying on the release of Grand Theft Auto 6 in order to kind of boost their market value.
And they will.
Yeah.
They all will, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's going to profit off that.
Oh, totally.
That's why most games are coming out in November. Not September.
September, yeah.
Yeah, like
not Godzilla.
Except for Godzilla. Do you see that? That video is awesome. It's the from The Boys. It's
like Homelander,
yeah. When what's his name is like, just he's the only one staring at him.
Yeah.
They put Godzilla's head on. That's perfect. That was perfect. I don't know if that's going to make a difference.
It's not.
It's not like.
But it's like, how ballsy are they? Like, they're like, fuck it.
Well, because they know it's not going to do that well.
Yeah, it's a remake.
Like, the people that are going to play it are the people that are going to play it, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, but you know what, though? You know what? Yeah. The internet is a funny fucking place. Mm-hmm. And if they really put their minds to it, they could get Godzilla to outsell fucking Grand Theft Auto.
That would be amazing. I don't think that
fucking crazy.
That would not happen.
Toho's huge.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That even that is a stretch. I think that would be awesome. I mean, they made what's the Corey in the House?
Yeah, Corey in the House.
They made that like the most loved game ever. It's so funny. Anyway, all right.
Drink juice out of that meme.
Yeah, totally. All right. That's about all we have. Unless you guys have something else you wanted to cover, real quick. Yeah. Kia then. Yeah. Oh, the new cartoon, Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Night Shift, I think it's called, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. I mean.
Yeah, I want to see more of it before I kind of make a judgment call on that one. But I felt Ghostbusters should have stuck with cartoons, even when like 2016's Answer the Call was like, you know, I felt Ghostbusters works better as a cartoon.
Well, it works better with the 4 Ghostbusters. So if this one doesn't have them, then I don't think they're going to have any hope.
There could be some potential. A couple of years ago, I rewatched Extreme Ghostbusters, and it was actually a little bit better than I initially thought.
Isn't that where Ray is in charge of them or something?
Egon.
Yeah,
he's like ingratiating the new team. So Egon's still there, and Janine's still
blonde hair.
Yeah.
Big old.
I think they may have shortened it, or really,
or whatever it is.
that's a god tier pompadour. I think you saw that one cosplayer that did.
It's almost hold on, no, it's almost a Ruby Rod.
Yeah, that for the Fifth Element.
Yeah.
So it's like that cartoon was pretty decent, and I feel it's overdue to try to do something with now, because it's Netflix. There's going to be some like give or take with that, because Netflix can be very much a double-edged sword with cartoons.
Sure.
Like She-Ra, Princesses of Power was awesome, and the DreamWorks Voltron show was not awesome. So, yeah, I'll have to kind of like see more. I also did watch that one Gremlins cartoon. It was not amazing.
Now they need Ghostbusters to be fucking hard R. Like, make a Ghostbusters that is fucking like the library scene, the whole movie.
I don't know
Like
if you
ghosts like ghosts like that library ghost chick. Like, hell yeah, dude! If everything was like that, get rid of the humor. You don't need or you can keep the humor. Who cares? Fear spawns humor. But you put these guys in actual haunted positions, and they're just like, they still have the technology, and fuck it.
I think that like the fundamental core of Ghostbusters is that the ghost busting was just kind of like the set piece. It was like the wry humor that.
Well,
listen, when you
now
do a drug,
about movie building here, so I don't know.
Busting makes me feel good. Remember that.
Yeah.
So they bust is the main part. Busting ghost. Busting makes me feel good.
You see, they made a custom figure. They only made like one.
Really?
What?
Of what's his name? The guy who sings.
That sings the soundtrack. Oh,
yeah,
Ray Charles. No, Ray Parks. Ray Parker Jr.
Yeah.
Rosa Parks.
Ray Charles.
I was like, I want that figure. It looks awesome.
That's cool.
He has like a guitar that's like it's like a proton pack, like the gun.
Okay, I've actually got to Google that. That actually sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Don't Google it.
Don't do it. Anyway, all right. Well, that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. Do appreciate it. Website gamefixshow.com. You can find the other stuff there. We got Mike posts lots of articles, lots of articles. You can go and peruse those, and you can actually go through the retro reboots as well, because those reviews are pretty good. So, and I know, and we separated them too, so you can go and just look through nothing but, and because those reviews last forever, I believe. Good job, Mike.
Long after I'm gone.
Long after you're gone, they will still matter. So, all right. That's about it. Anything else, guys?
No.
Okay. All right.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? All right. Well, it's your world, Pedro.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
See ya.
Oh, yeah.
Arvita say.
Adios, turd nuggets.